Hey, I'm Matt Dolphin. I play bass.
I'm Bennett Hare. I play the drums.
I'm Charlie Peters. I play guitar.
I'm Elliot. I play guitar and I sing.
And we're Ridgewood.
Yes, together we are Ridgewood.
Collectively.
So you got your band name Ridgewood from the road you all lived on during quarantine. Were there any other names you guys were considering?
We kicked around a lot that I don't
There was a
even
lot of
remember.
really bad names. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie to you.
It was bad. They were bad enough to where we were just like, it's
What was
Ridgewood.
like the second?
Dino Nugget came up, I think.
That was
Yes.
a good one.
It's
I did
Dailey.
not like that one.
I
Oh,
like that
I
one.
remember Zombie Mailman.
Yeah,
Zombie Mailman came up.
Mailman.
I like that one.
Grammatically speaking, I don't know how that works out, but
I like it. But yeah, just kind of like,
yeah.
there was enough bad names to where we were just like, all right, let's just name it after the street.
They're all too
Yeah,
silly.
that
I
was-
feel like
Can
we're
we
like
just
this
be
might
Ridgewood?
be considered something different. So
Okay. How did y'all meet and when did you meet?
it's kind of a long story.
Well, we all met through Fiji. We're all brothers of Fiji here at UNCW. So we kind of all met at different times through the fraternity.
I met Matt first.
Oh yeah.
I met Matt because my little was his roommate, and then my little got him to Rush, and then we hit it off, and I found out he played bass. And then I was in a band before, and our bassist wasn't going to move down to Wilmington, so we were going to replace him. And then our drummer left, and then we found Elliot.
Well, yeah.
We found
So
Elliot.
then Bennett and I started like I kind of entered the fraternity, and we met each other through that. And I literally left the night that I really met Matt. I was talking to him a lot, and we talked about music, and I was like, oh, this might be really cool then. Like they like all the same music that I like. And Matt invited me over to jam with, unbeknownst to me, Charlie and their drummer at the time, Pierce. And then I literally walked across the room from that conversation, saw that Bennett had a Red Hot Chili Peppers shirt on, and I was like, cool, I know how to start a conversation with you. And I tapped him on the shoulder, and then I went over to their old house, Matt and Charlie's old house, and jammed with them like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And then spring break of my freshman year happened, and then COVID happened literally the last day of spring break.
We were booking our first show after spring break, and then it
Fell apart.
Well, it fell
Yeah.
apart, obviously.
Yeah.
And then we went like 6 months of like not doing anything.
Yeah, and during that time, I moved from my house to Wilmington, and then Bennett moved down to Wilmington as well. So we started hanging out again.
And then we asked if he wanted to come fill in, and the
Yeah,
rest is history.
yeah.
Yeah, COVID kind of came in clutch.
Yeah, it worked out. It worked out.
Doesn't want to come to practice.
Exactly.
Yes.
Honestly, I
Yeah.
felt like that was the blessing in disguise.
Honestly.
it was like we had nothing but time.
I didn't want
really
to.
work
I didn't
on
want
it.
to say it before spring break, but I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to play a show, and I don't think I was looking back on it. So I'm really happy for it.
How have y'all individually and collectively as a band grown since forming Ridgewood?
That's a good question.
That is a phenomenal question.
Individually, I've gotten so much worse.
I don't know. We definitely click a lot more as a
true.
unit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like the looks that you give, like on
Well-
stage or like even in rehearsal, like you know what you're thinking before you even do it.
Yeah.
Even aside from like being more connected as like while we're playing, we've had many kind of weird instances recently where we've been kind of doing things like where we've been connected. Like we showed up to the same McDonald's just by chance on the way back from Boone.
Yeah.
3 hours
Like
away.
that
from
was
us.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
it was.
He's like,
weird,
oh, what are you
but,
guys doing here? That's sick.
For me,
Yeah.
for me personally, growing individually, like not only have I gotten better at playing the drums, it's got me more confident in myself and what I'm doing. It felt good to kind of look at my family and just kind of this is what I want to do, and this is what we're gonna keep on doing this until it can't go anymore. So some self confidence. It's pretty nice.
I'm pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Probably worse guitar player now.
Probably.
Cocky.
I'd say.
More of an asshole now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, honestly, individually, we can come back to you if you want to say some words.
I'll think of something nice.
Okay, cool. That'd be good. Bounce it out. Individually, it feels like everything we've done so far has been so big and grandiose and everything. And I know, like in the grand scheme of life, it's not super important yet. But like to 13-year-old me, kind of like I guess looking back at this through that lens, it's incredible. Like I just feel like I've grown so much as a musician and as a performer and as a human being because I've been able to like reconnect with so many people from my past through music, and like, I don't know, I've just been like seeing people get excited while I'm doing something I love, like just, I don't know, it makes me kinder to myself, and I feel like kinder to everybody around me, so.
Yeah, the dream has been fulfilled, but
Yeah, exactly.
everything from here on out is bonus.
And now it's like, all right, let's fucking pedal to the metal and do it.
I would say we're like the most humble people I know.
Oh my god, probably. Absolutely.
What has been your favorite venue to play at?
That's a tough one.
Boone.
Boone. Bars are.
Bars are probably for me, just because it feels like all the cool scenes that I read about growing up had their one bar that like kind of started it all, and I feel like with the open mic nights and what it's evolved into, like that's our bar. You know what I mean?
Bars are is home.
Bars
Yeah.
is good to us. Bars
Yeah.
has been really good to us from the start.
They're fucking
But I will
good.
say, just to be able to go to another venue and like play to a bunch of people you don't even know and for them to like it.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah, the
It was
Boone show is
definitely
crazy.
And you guys recently played?
Yeah, this was the 30th, October 30th.
Yes.
last
Yes.
Yeah,
End
but
of
you guys did a
October.
like show out there. That's cool.
Yeah. So we had hit up this band that I found on Instagram, and pretty much it was like, hey, you guys were cool. I saw videos of them, and if you guys want to have us for a show in Boone, we'll have you in Wilmington. We'll trade, and the rest was history. And they
Yeah.
were actually supposed to come play with us on the pier the other day, but it got canceled.
Yeah, so
But we're gonna have them back soon.
absolutely. And I actually knew their drummer from high school.
Oh, really?
And yeah, we did like a gun rally performance in high school together. It was pretty sick. But
Rallying for the guns.
yeah, definitely for the guns. Definitely. Anyway.
What was your first concert?
Backyard on Wooddale.
April
Well,
10.
technically that's our first like concert with people. We did this
Yeah.
like live video in February, to where we put that out.
That was pretty
Looking
rough.
back, it's rough. But at the time, I was stoked.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy how much
If
people
you
love
ever
that.
want
It
to
came
look at
out.
how far we've come, you can go watch that video on
Yeah,
YouTube.
definitely
It's
watch the video. It's
definitely-
hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
But our first like real show with people was just like a backyard show right off Wooddale. And then we later that night played another house show
Yeah.
downtown for Port City Experiment.
For like 25 minutes.
Yeah, before the
when
cops
the
came.
cops came.
Yeah. running.
They like to come hear our music.
Yeah.
That's how I'm
Such
gonna
big
say.
fans.
Yeah, yeah.
They're obsessed.
Wilmington PD fucking
Yeah, they're at
loves
every show.
Ridgewood.
How old were you when you started playing your instruments?
I think I was like 9 when I started playing bass, and then kind of dropped it in middle school. Picked it back up when I was like 16.
I was 15 when I got my drum set, and I kind of, unfortunately, I fell out as well because of college. I lived in Galway, so I couldn't play for a while. So, but I picked it back up. Now we're here.
I got my first guitar when I was like 7. Took lessons for like 2 weeks, and I was like, this is boring. I'm not learning Led Zeppelin or anything cool. So it sat and collected dust until I was probably like 15 or 16. And then I would just like learn covers here and there. What?
You get that?
Daniel just belched after choking.
Hey, yo, close the door! Shut up, Dan!
It's his birthday. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We got
Oh, can we close
celebrated.
that window actually?
Oh yeah, try.
Sorry.
And then when I didn't really start really picking it up until I was like probably 19 or 20. Really when I started playing in a band, because then it forced me to learn how to play guitar because I was playing in front of people.
Yeah, I got my first guitar in 4th grade, I think. But I played. My dad's a drummer, so I grew up playing drums and just messed around on his kits. And then I think like every little boy is like, yeah, I'm gonna learn guitar. But I didn't want anybody to know I played guitar, so I didn't really play around a whole lot of people. It was kind of a weird thing until like probably early high school. Then I started like playing in public and people knew, so I played more. But, yeah.
Do nerds guys on stage or off stage? And have they lessened or worsened since you've been playing as a band?
Depends.
Yeah,
Like,
it depends on the
usually
show.
like first song, I'm in. I'm locked in, I'm good, I'm not nervous anymore. And getting to that first song is I think key.
Yeah, setting up the equipment is always my like nervous time because I'm like, holy shit, if anything's gonna go wrong or like if anything bad is gonna go wrong that we can't fix tonight, it's gonna be during this time.
Yeah.
So that
Getting
that
my
always
pedal
gets
board
me.
all set up.
Yeah, that always
like,
gets
that's
me
when I'm
nervous.
most nervous because like
Yeah.
it's about to happen. It feels like a track meet. You're like at the line and you're about to
Yeah,
go
you're
off.
waiting for the gun.
It's just like butterflies. Yeah.
Yeah, like once you're in there, you kind of black out, and then it's suddenly over. But for me, it takes me the longest to set up. Like if we're doing a transition after another band, and they all get ready before I do, and they start playing before I'm done. And that's when I start freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm not
going insane.
like please wait. Like,
It's so true though. The time does not real when you're performing. It goes like that. You black out.
I've been trying to be better about that too, because like. I don't know. Like, I've been trying to drink less before shows so that I remember them, because I know that that's going to happen too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I want to fucking have it.
I'll have to get off and be like, was that good? Because, like, I can't remember a single thing that
We gotta see videos. We gotta see videos. I don't know what I did. New shows, too. New shows are way scarier. Like, playing in Boone, when we were about to go on in Boone, I was like,
okay.
Ooh, this is real.
All the bands were really good, too.
Yeah, they were really good.
Collaborate with any artist, dead or alive, who would you pick?
As a band or individually?
You can individually. Or as a band, either way.
As a band, can we say Fiddler, please?
Like going on tour with Fiddler.
Like going on tour with Fiddler? Please.
Or the Chats.
The Chats would be sick. Or Skeggs or the Frights.
The Frights would be sick.
A lot of sick bands.
A lot of sick bands.
The Chats and Fiddler.
Individually, I'm sorry, but I would probably Travis Barker. That shit.
Yeah, true.
Love to play with Travis
He's the only
Barker.
drummer in the world.
Ever.
Yeah.
Period.
Everybody uses him, dude.
Yeah.
But I think it's just DTA records. We should. Anyway, you want to go? I don't know if I have.
I'd want to play bass for Slipknot. That'd be amazing.
That'd be fun.
I don't know. I would just like to play with a band that inspires just a lot of just aggression and I don't know, Idols or something like that. That'd be awesome.
Probably Foo Fighters, because they still to this day are one of the best performances I've ever seen for over 2.5 hours. It was insane.
The Wiggles.
Yeah.
What do you guys do outside of music? What are your hobbies?
What do you do? What do you do?
I like to be studious. I like to read.
Work, school, fraternity.
Yeah.
What other hobbies do we have?
I work. I play video games sometimes. And hang out with my friends and have a good time. You know, all that jazz.
Yeah.
I try to read occasionally.
I like surfing and boating and stuff like that.
I like
water stuff.
I like going on his boat.
I also like going on the. Yeah, I don't know. Surfing, school. I do a lot of reading. I'm a theater major, so I just have to read a lot of words. A lot of words. But yeah.
Do you have a favorite like screenplay or like musical or like anything like that?
I really like Phantom of the Opera because it was the first musical that I ever saw, and I was 13 in New York, and it was just overwhelming. Like it was so cool, and it was Broadway. Like get real.
Yeah.
But I wasn't super into theater until really late into high school, so I feel like a lot of theater kids have like just this repertoire of plays and musicals, and I really only know like 6. So
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
So you guys write some of your own songs.
Mm-hmm.
What does the songwriting process look like?
Depends on the
Yeah.
song.
We've had songs that we've all like sat on the back porch and kind of worked out together, and I think a couple of our songs from way back when, before COVID, we kind of wrote together too. But then a lot of them were songs that Charlie and I kind of already had, or ideas that we had, and we just kind of bring them in and see how they sounded as a full band, and then the song would kind of shape from there.
Working it out.
Yeah.
But definitely, like I would say, a majority of our songs sounded nothing like they do, like when they were written and incepted, or whatever.
Yeah.
Sound nothing.
The
like
concept
they do
of the
now.
song.
Yeah.
Whereas as when we play it live, it's like, oh wow.
Because I don't know about you.
I don't know what happened, but
95% of the songs that I write start on acoustic.
oh yeah,
And then it branches out from there.
absolutely. The best songs I feel are written on acoustic first.
So it takes on a much different sound from like going from there.
What are some of your upcoming venues and your plans to start a Spotify?
Ooh, so venues, we're playing Barzar December 10th. I think we might go hit open mic tonight, but
Hopefully
obviously you won't be there.
Maybe. What else? Do you want me to
December
pull up
10th.
the text?
Oh yeah, we gotta.
I have
We're
the text.
booking right now for the spring. Pretty
Yeah.
heavy.
We're
Next
trying to
spring-
put a
spring's gonna be
schedule
fat.
together.
We're playing at least once in Barzar, January, February, and March. We're going to Raleigh and Greensboro in January. We're doing another Raleigh show in February. We go to Asheville and probably Boone again in March. And then there'll be more.
Yeah.
Stay tuned on the Instagram.
It's getting fun.
Ridgewood_official.
Ridgewood on tour.
Ridgewood on tour.
We are currently working on our album right now. Recording it all on 8-track digital.
Yep.
It's in the works. Hopefully
That
out
sucks.
by the end of the year, early next year.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
It's
right
all
now.
gotta be recorded
Apple Music,
in this
Spotify,
room,
all that.
so.
Yeah, everything that you see right now. This is our studio.
Yeah.
We get all these
Welcome.
couches out. We put the drum set right there, and we just work it out.
We get sweaty
Together,
together.
bells
for
and
hours.
whistles.
And then we get frustrated every time. It's like, do it again.
Yep.
Do you guys have any guilty pleasure artists or music someone might be surprised to learn that you listen to?
Waka Flocka.
I knew Waka Flocka was coming out tonight, dude.
Yes.
ABBA.
Oh.
Dude, every time you get ABBA going on in the function, I just go, woof, I get wild.
I love fun, and I love. You don't like fun?
Big fun guy.
I love.
That dude has the biggest mouth in fun.
And then I really like
Fun
Billie
sucks.
Eilish. Billie Eilish is.
Yeah, that's not guilty pleasure. She rips.
Yeah.
She's fucking good. Pierce the Veil, probably. I get made fun of for that one.
That's not.
a good bit.
Windows Up, Doja Cat.
Honestly, I don't know. Like,
What's the fuck
even
she
my
know about
weirdest
cameras?
music, I'm like, yeah, I stand by that. I like it. It's good.
Sorry.
You're good.
What's your favorite outfit you've performed in?
My favorite outfit. I don't know, I kind of just wear the same shit every time. Like some kind of band t-shirt and jeans. So I'd say that's my favorite.
What's your affirmation for today?
For today, shoot, I don't usually do these. I don't know, when I usually wake up, I like to tell myself, go feed the kids, because I work at the food bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina, so it's kind of what gets me up in the morning, even though I don't want to go to work, because it's work. It's a good reason.
What's your go-to for having a good laugh?
For a good laugh, being around Bennett is like watching a comedy show. This kid is fucking hysterical. It's pretty easy to laugh around him.
Are you laughing with me or at me?
At him.
Alright, so you gotta fuck two girls.
What are you most excited about at this time in your life?
Honestly, the world just opening back up after COVID. Going into COVID being kind of like 18, 19 right after high school and then coming out almost done with my college career. It's kind of weird. You know what I mean? I feel like I've been robbed of a lot of experiences, so I'm kind of looking forward to taking those back and performing being one. Like, we sat around all COVID just waiting for everything to open back up so we could plan out, different seasons of shows and whatnot. So.
What's your secret talent?
I don't know. What's my secret talent? Do I have a secret talent?
I don't know.
Yes, I don't know either. Cooking, probably. I really like to cook. I'm not rich enough to cook well, but
What's your favorite thing to cook?
breakfast food. I like making big, elaborate breakfasts.
Nice.
Makes me
That
happy.
sounds sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't want to be like famous, you know what I mean? Like, the vanity portion of it is like pretty exhausting. And I don't like the idea of people like knowing who I am and what I'm doing without me being conscious of it, if that makes sense. Like, that's pretty spooky to think about. But I do want to be like recognized for working hard. You know what I mean? Like, I do want to like put effort into something that I love and be appreciated for that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a weird duality for me, yeah. But music, I guess, if I had to be famous for something.
Alright, switch life with someone for a day, who would it be?
I think I'll kind of go on with Matt's direction and go fucking musician. Chad Smith, he's the drummer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're my favorite band, and I'd like to just kind of see what it feels like to have that knowledge behind the kit for a single day, and also just kind of know what it's like to have that level of responsibility of fame for a single day, just to know, see if it's like worth the hype or not.
What song can you listen to on repeat?
Right now, recently, it's been Bloodstains by Agent Orange. That song has been constantly on my on repeat on Spotify, and I have a pretty strong feeling it's going to be my #1 song of the year when my rap comes out, so if you're an Apple Music user, I'm sorry.
Say positive characteristics of each family.
Charlie, no, I'm just kidding. Charlie's a good leader. I think he's the guy that kind of gets things done for the band, and I've always respected his like gung ho attitude, like just getting things done and organizing and just being a good planner. Matt's my big within the fraternity, so I always kind of looked up to him on a big brother kind of scale, and I don't know, he's definitely kind of a guy I'd like to, when I'm 22, 23, I'd like to see myself in his shoes. And Elliot, he's one of my best friends, you know, what can I say, we live together, we went the new member process together for Fiji, and we've been like this for a long time, so he's the homie.
When did you last sing to yourself or to someone else?
I be singing every day at work. Holy shit. Every time I get a time to myself at work, like, I'll be singing Art School by Remo Drive or something, feeling pretty cool.
What's a song you can listen to on repeat?
I cycle pretty hard, especially through like genres and stuff. But like, Stayed True. Gosh. I really like Zanny by Billie Eilish, and I really like Stoked and Broke by the band Fiddler.
Oh yeah.
What's the song, the Fright song? Oh, Crust Bucket by the Frights. I love that song too.
What is the last piece of content you consumed that made you cry?
Content? Made me cry. When was the last time I cried? It was definitely a song. It was definitely, why are you laughing?
I can't now.
It was definitely a song. It was probably some like Modern Baseball or like some other that Midwest emo type shit that just gets me going, makes me think of people that, you know, don't always want to think about, but it happens.
Secret talent.
I played ice hockey for a long time, so I would say I'm a pretty good ice skater. Played for the club team for a couple of years. It's pretty fun.
Okay. Say some positive characteristics of each of your band members.
Bennett is probably the most lovable person, like in and out, I've ever met. He just rains positivity. Matt is probably one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. Yeah, I would never say that to his face, even though he's sitting right there. We play Jeopardy a lot. He whoops my ass, but it's okay. And Elliot is probably the best performer I've ever met personally. The way he can really control a crowd is absolutely amazing. I can be pretty jealous of it sometimes because I used to be a front man and I don't do it half as good as him.
Shut up!